Hello coloring friends, welcome to Finding Color weekly challenge on my channel. During last week we all were supposed to color for the prompt pumpkin. It's not the theme that you would like to color when it's almost summer. But anyway, this is a challenge and we've got this prompt. Of course, I've got a lot of autumn illustrations, a little bit of Halloween, some fairy tale-ish pictures as well, some maybe very creative fantasy type of illustrations with pumpkins. So at the end it turned out rather interesting. I've got 85 submitted works for this prompt. That's a lot. And not that many repeating illustrations. Maybe leader is Maria Trolle for this prompt. There is one picture that a few people colored. Then there is a Goodrich. A couple of illustrations by Hannah Carlson. Kirby Rosanas, again maybe 2-3 illustrations. We have Matt Davidson, Karolina Kubikovska, Melpomena and her book Circle of Life, and another, her latest coloring book. And all others are like very different artists, very different books as always. So that makes our challenge so interesting, because everyone managed to find different pictures for any prompt. As you remember, last time I was not that much excited about this prompt. I didn't feel like coloring pumpkins or anything connected with Halloween or witches or something like that. And luckily, just the next day I received my new coloring books, and among those there were 2 illustrations with pumpkins. One was from Melpomena's new coloring book, but then I thought I have already colored in her books, A Circle of Life, and this another book, a completely new for me artist, a new style, and of course I was very curious to try to color in this new book. This is The Hidden Spirits of the Enchanted Forest by Forest Diver, and of course I decided to color in this book. To start a new book, to try a new artist, new style, and actually I did enjoy unexpectedly. Though I was not that enthusiastic at first, at the end I did enjoy this prompt, thanks to this illustration and this new coloring book. The pumpkins that I colored are not typical orange pumpkins. I googled and they are green pumpkins actually, and they look like this, a little bit resembling zucchini, but they're roundish, and inside they're like pumpkin. So I decided that I'm not sure what it is originally. Maybe it's something else. Some people wrote me in comments that maybe it's watermelons, small watermelons, but I still think they look more like pumpkins. So in my version they are pumpkins, green pumpkins. As you can see, there's a lot of details, but surprisingly the work was very easy on this illustration and rather quick. I tried, because it's Amazon paper, and I wanted to try different color pencils here at first. Not so bad. This book was published in 2018. Maybe at the time Amazon paper was a little bit better than now. So pencils are okay, not perfect, but rather okay on this paper. But all the smaller parts, of course, I used markers and then worked with colored pencils over marker layer. So maybe that made it more quick, the process. As you can see, her neck is like a tree trunk, so I decided that her face also should be not like human's face, not that skin color. So she is in these colors. So I'm pleased with the result. I really like how the picture turned out, and I enjoyed the process, and I enjoyed the pumpkin prompt. So sometimes it happens like this. You are not that happy to color something, and then unexpectedly you enjoy it. So that was my illustration for this prompt, and now let's have a look at all the submitted illustrations. By the way, you will see also not just orange pumpkins, but some like rainbow colored pumpkins, blue pumpkins. Why not? It's for fun. We should not take it too seriously and color everything in the realistic way. So I hope you will enjoy this coloring, and let's go. this was our gallery of works for the prompt pumpkin. Thank you everyone who joined this prompt, colored something and sent your illustration. And now, as always, it's time to choose another prompt for the upcoming week. There is less and less prompts in this box. We're coming to the end of our 2 years challenge, but still there is still something left, and let's find out a new prompt for the new week. So friends, we've got prompt braids. For me it's a rather interesting, appealing prompt. Of course, there is going to be a lot of girls with braids, but not only, I believe. Some guys, maybe beard made into braids, maybe some Vikings with braids. I'm not sure, but in coloring books, anything possible. Maybe some animals with braids. Would be interesting to see such characters. It's going to be an interesting search, and I'm off now to look through my collection, and I'm very curious what I'll be able to find. See you in a second. So friends, I'm back, and really it didn't take me a lot of time to find quite a nice number of coloring books with suitable illustrations for the prompt braids. I even didn't expect that there are going to be that many illustrations. First of all, I decided to check my new coloring books, and of course I found some illustrations in those books. The first one is Guardians of the Enchanted Forest Drive. It's another a book by same artist that I colored for the prompt pumpkin. And here we have this beautiful mermaid and beautiful braid. Another new coloring book, Goddess Nature by Christina McAllister. I really would like to try and color in this book with this grayscale. And we have this goddess. Another new coloring book that I've got a little bit early this year, R.J. Hampson, Pirates, Still Untouched. And there are several illustrations in this book, all very cute, like this one. We have this pirate girl with a braid. Then we have this cute couple. And another one, again a pirate girl. I love these pictures, they're so humorous, so cute. And then Goddess is by Coco Vayo. I love illustrations in this book, but while coloring my first illustration in this book, I was kind of spooked off by paper. It turned out not that good, but I still love illustrations. So there are several pictures with braids. I love this one, Egyptian goddess. Actually not that much work because we have background colored here already. The second picture that I love here is this goddess Kadi. Very nice braids, but there's a little bit more work to be done on this picture. Vikings by Coloring Heaven. Every second, third illustration in this book you can find braids. Girls and men, like this one, his beard made into braids. I love this guy. But a lot of girls, as you can see, almost on every illustration We have braids. This guy as well. Something to choose from. Yeah. Astrology coloring book, Anna Jaren. Here we have a nice guy with this type of braids. Again, I have only one completed page in this book. Another Coloring Heaven collection costume, and again only one completed page in this book. And I love this Mexican girl with braids, but I'm afraid next week I won't have enough time to color something bigger, something more complicated, and maybe I will have to choose something more simpler, like this picture from this book, Gods and Beasts by Adam Fisher. And this is an animal with braids, this lion, and you can see his mane also made into braids. And another kind of animal, though fantasy type, from Fantasia by Nicholas Chandra-Vinata. I love this guy as well. Look at his braids, so handsome. But this one again will take more time, but really love this guy. So that's a pity that I have to choose something more simple because of lack of time, but I will try my best, and I hope you will have no problem with finding illustrations for this prompt as well. I'll be waiting for your works, and that was all for today. See you next time. Bye.